Good evening. This is Akashvani. I am Valsa Williams with the news at 9. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi emphasises need to foster partnerships with global cooperative organisations to expand Indian cooperative sector. India will develop its own graphics processing unit within next 3 to 4 years, says Electronics and IT Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw. Babbar Khalsa, terrorist linked with Pakistan's ISI, nabbed in Uttar Pradesh. European Union leaders hold emergency meeting to support Ukraine after US military aid freeze. And in Indian Super League football, match between Hyderabad FC and Punjab FC underway in Hyderabad. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has emphasised on the need for fostering partnerships with global cooperative organisations to expand the Indian cooperative sector. He also stressed on promoting organic products through cooperative organisations. The Prime Minister today chaired a high-level meeting to review the progress of the cooperative sector in the country. More from our correspondent.
During the meeting, Mr. Modi also suggested focusing on export and developing a soil testing model to improve agricultural practices. The Prime Minister highlighted the importance of integrating UPI with RuPay and KCC cards to facilitate financial transactions. He also talked about promoting cooperative farming as a more sustainable agricultural model, recommending the use of digital public infrastructure AgriStack to expand agriculture and related activities in the cooperative sector. Mr. Modi proposed to introduce cooperative courses in schools, colleges and IIMs, as well as promoting successful cooperative organizations to inspire future generations. During the meeting, the Prime Minister was briefed about the National Cooperation Policy and key achievements of the Ministry of Cooperation over the past 3.5 years. With Bhupendra Bhanupratap Singh, Akashvani News, Delhi.
The meeting was attended by Home and Cooperation Minister Amit Shah and senior officials. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has been conferred with the prestigious Honorary Order of Freedom of Barbados Award in recognition of his strategic leadership and valuable assistance during the COVID-19 pandemic. The award was received by Minister of State for External Affairs Pavitra Margarita on behalf of Prime Minister Modi in a ceremony held in Bridgetown, Barbados. Electronics and IT Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw has said that India will develop its own graphics processing unit GPU within the next 3 to 4 years. He said the cost of India's AI model computation GPU is the lowest in the world, at around 67 rupees per hour after a 40% government subsidy, launching the AI Kosh AI Compute Portal and other AI-based initiatives in New Delhi. Mr. Vaishnaw said that 1 year ago, the India AI mission was approved by the Cabinet and the country has achieved a lot in the field of artificial intelligence. He said earlier the government had set a target of 10,000 GPUs but has surpassed the target and reached 14,000.
650 GPUs is our biggest supercomputer, and this is 14,000 GPUs already in place. And this is just the beginning. Every quarter we will add more compute. Every coming days we'll add more compute. And this will create the opportunities for everybody.
The minister said in the coming 5 years, India will be among the top 5 nations in the world in key technology sectors like semiconductors, artificial intelligence and telecom. India is taking a major stride in artificial intelligence by creating world-class AI infrastructure and a robust ecosystem for startups and innovators. Initiatives like the India AI Mission and the establishment of centres of excellence for AI are strengthening the country's artificial intelligence ecosystem, paving the way for innovation and self-reliance. These efforts align with the vision of Viksit Bharat by 2047, leveraging cutting-edge technology for economic growth, governance and societal progress. With the approval of the India AI Mission in 2024, the government allocated 10,300 crore rupees over 5 years to strengthen AI capabilities. Union Minister for Road Transport and Highways Nitin Gadkari today said that in order to build a progressive society, citizens must free themselves from untouchability, caste-based discrimination and inequalities. Addressing the Lokmata Ahilyabai Holkar Mahila Samman in New Delhi, Mr. Gadkari emphasized that the goal is to create a society based on equality where no one is considered superior or inferior.
सबको अधिकार है अपने विकास का और संविधान ने फंडामेंटल राइट्स भी हमको दिए हैं और फ्रीडम्स भी दी है और इसके आधार पर हम ऐसी समाज व्यवस्था निर्माण करना चाहते हैं कि जिसमें किसी भी व्यक्ति के साथ जात, पंथ, धर्म, भाषा, सेक्स के आधार पर कोई भेदभाव न हो और समाज की छुआछूत, अस्पृश्यता, जातीयता और जो विषमता का भाव है, डिस्क्रिमिनेशन का भाव है, इन सब से मुक्ति पाकर हम समानता के आधार पर समाज को विकसित करना चाहते हैं.
On the occasion, Minister of State for Health and Family Welfare, Anupriya Patel, highlighted several initiatives being implemented by the government for the welfare of society. Delhi Metro today completed a tunnel breakthrough for its Golden Metro line at Vasant Kunj. The 26-kilometre metro line will run under the Aerocity Tughlakabad corridor and is being built by the Delhi Metro Rail Corporation as part of its Phase 4 expansion. Union Housing and Urban Affairs Minister Manohar Lal and Minister of State for Housing and Urban Affairs Tokhan Sahu graced the occasion. Talking to media after the breakthrough ceremony, Manohar Lal said India's metro network is the third largest in the world and it will surpass the USA's New York metro network in December this year.
मैं इस अवसर पर डीएमआरसी के सभी हमारे अधिकारी कर्मचारियों का और जो भी टेक्नोलॉजी से जुड़े हुए अन्य लोग हैं उन सब का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद करता हूं, उनको बहुत बहुत बधाई देता हूं. एरोसिटी से तुगलकाबाद लगभग 26 किलोमीटर की लाइन है. इसको पूरा करके दिल्ली के लोगों को एक बहुत सुविधा मिलेगी.
The Select Committee of the Lok Sabha on the new income tax bill held a meeting at the Parliament House in New Delhi today. The committee had summoned the representatives of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India along with Ernst & Young for discussions. The 31-member panel is headed by BJP MP Baijayant Panda. Minister of State for Home Affairs Nityanand Rai interacted with around 200 tribal youth under the Tribal Youth Exchange Programme in New Delhi today. These youth, belonging to tribal districts of Chhattisgarh and Odisha, are currently on a tour to the national capital. Interacting with these tribal youth, the Union Minister said a lot of development work has taken place in the left-wing extremism-affected districts of the country. He appealed to the youth to contribute to making India a developed nation by 2027.
हम 10% में बहुत परिवर्तन देखे और बहुत कुछ किया गया है. सड़कें भी गई है, टेलीफोन गया है, नेटवर्क गया है, टेलीविजन का नेटवर्क गया है और बहुत सारे स्कूल भी खुल रहे हैं. वहाँ यातायात की बहुत जगहों पर ट्रेन भी गई है, बहुत जगहों पर बस भी जाने लगी है, स्कूल भी खुले हैं.
This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates around the clock, follow us on our X handle at AIR News Alerts. And for details of stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.gov.in and download News on AIR app. Welcome back. Here with us on the news at 9. An active terrorist of Babbar Khalsa International and an ISI module, identified as Lajar Masih, has been nabbed by the Uttar Pradesh Special Task Force STF and Punjab Police in a joint operation today. According to the UP STF, the operation was carried out in the Kokraj police station area of Kaushambi district. Security personnel have recovered illegal arms and explosives, including 3 active hand grenades, 2 active detonators, 13 cartridges, and 1 foreign-made pistol from the possession of the terrorist. Uttar Pradesh DGP Prashant Kumar said the accused Masih had planned a major terrorist attack during the Mahakumbh in Prayagraj.
महाकुंभ के आयोजन के पहले ऐसे विघटनकारी तत्वों के द्वारा जो कि देश और विदेश में मौजूद थे, उनके द्वारा गड़बड़ी फैलाने की तथा कुछ ऐसी घटनाएं कारित करने की सूचना दी गई थी और यह सूचना विभिन्न एजेंसियों के माध्यम से हम लोग को प्राप्त हुई थी. उसी के क्रम में एक महत्वपूर्ण सफलता उत्तर प्रदेश के एटीएस को बीती रात मिली है और ये कार्रवाई उत्तर प्रदेश पुलिस की एसटीएफ तथा पंजाब पुलिस के द्वारा जॉइंट ऑपरेशन में की गई है.
Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman and Minister of State Finance Pankaj Chaudhary launched the new credit assessment model based on the scoring of digital footprints of MSMEs at Visakhapatnam today. Ms. Sitharaman said the Union government is committed to protecting the interest of Indian exporters. A report.
The Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman said that the new credit assessment model launched today will help in seamless processing of credit proposals of MSMEs by reducing paperwork and bank visit and provide instant in-principle sanction through digital mode. The Finance Minister also said that the central government is working closely with its US counterparts to resolve the tariff issues on Indian exports. Earlier today, the Finance Minister inaugurated 2 branches of Small Industries Development Bank of India, SIDBI, in Kakinada and Rajamahendravaram in Andhra Pradesh. With inputs from Satyanarayana, Sri Sai for Akashvani News, Visakhapatnam.
Former Chief Minister and State BJP President of Jharkhand, Babulal Marandi, was re-elected today as the leader of the Legislative Party by both the Central Observers, deputed by the Parliamentary Board of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Union Environment, Forest and Climate Change Minister Bhupendra Yadav and MP K. Lakshman, Central Observers for the election today, announced the name of Babulal Marandi as the State Legislative Party leader. Mr. Marandi will also be the leader of opposition in the Jharkhand Assembly after this decision. The 86th meeting of the India-Bangladesh Joint River Commission began in Kolkata this morning. The problem of rivers flowing between India and Bangladesh will be a major issue of discussion. Our correspondent reports, after the secretarial-level meeting of the two countries, a 6-member technical committee, including representatives from both countries, may be formed on the issue. The technical committee will essentially decide the future of the agreement within the next 3 months. The issue of the formation of the committee will be taken up at the meeting of the Joint River Commission. The Ganga Water Treaty was signed between India and Bangladesh in 1996. European Union leaders today began a day of emergency talks to strengthen their own security and ensure that Ukraine will still be properly protected. Friedrich Merz, the likely next Chancellor of Germany, and Summit Chairman Antonio Costa discussed in Brussels ways to fortify Europe's defences on a short deadline. Merz pushed plans this week to loosen the nation's rules on running up debt to allow for higher defence spending. The European Policy Centre think tank said, given recent profound shifts in US policy, Europe must manage its essential defence tasks. US has paused intelligence sharing with Ukraine alongside a military aid freeze, part of a pressure campaign to force its government to cooperate with the White House's plans to end the country's war with Russia. US President Donald Trump suspended the delivery of US military aid to Ukraine on Monday, just days after he and Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky had a confrontation at the White House. In Indian Super League football, the match between Hyderabad FC and Punjab FC is underway at Gachibowli Stadium. In Hyderabad, Punjab FC were leading 2-0 in the second half of the game. Odisha FC defeated Jamshedpur FC 3-2 at the JRD Tata Sports Complex in Jamshedpur yesterday. In the Women's Premier League WPL T20 cricket match, UP Warriors have set a victory target of 151 runs before Mumbai Indians at Bharat Ratna Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee Khana Stadium in Lucknow. UP Warriors scored 150 runs for 9 wickets in the stipulated 20 overs. Earlier, Mumbai Indians opted to field after winning the toss. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi emphasises need to foster partnerships with global cooperative organisations to expand Indian cooperative sector. India will develop its own graphics processing unit within next 3 to 4 years, says Electronics and IT Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw. Babbar Khalsa terrorist linked with Pakistan's ISI nabbed in Uttar Pradesh. European Union leaders hold emergency meeting to support Ukraine after US military aid freeze. And in Indian Super League football match between Hyderabad FC and Punjab FC underway in Hyderabad. That is all in the news at 9. Good night.